Let me switch. Let me switch because I already feel like it's hurting my arm. And that's what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm not up here trying to pretend like let's lift some big heavy weights and let's hurt ourselves. No, do not hurt yourself trying to do anything. It might be a slow movement, but these slow and controlled movements are what will build your muscle. Okay? What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Aliyah here, and you are walking with the walkers. I do videos on motherhood, health and fitness, and family vlogging. If that's something that interests you, definitely stick around. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 different tips on how to get back into your fitness routine and how to show up to your workouts confidently. You know how you have that hard time where you're just like, I haven't been working out in a while and I'm just struggling to get back into a routine. I'm here to try and help you and show you guys how I do things, and hopefully it helps you to do the same thing that I do. In the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you guys a couple of workout moves, especially for your arms, that are my go-to workout moves. So if you're like trying to, get your arms in the fashion that you want it to be in, kind of just slick them out a little bit, get some muscle tone inside of them. These are my go-to moves that I do every day, and it's something that I keep in my repertoire that I feel like you should know and I want you to know, and you want to know how to do them, how to do it correctly, and you want to know how not to hurt yourself as well. And so that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. And then also at the end of the video, we're going to be getting a little bit deeper. We're going to be talking about, mental health and and we're going to talk about just kind of mental blocks and things that can block you, especially when it comes to health and fitness. You know what I'm saying? Without any further ado, you guys, let's get into the first workout, the arm workout, and how. So first things first, you guys, this is my first time teaching or kind of just showing people what I genuinely do at the gym and how I get down. So I hope that this is helpful to you. I am not an actual fitness instructor or anything like that. So don't take what I say for like end all be all or anything like that. And I doubt anyone will, but just kind of to reconfirm that I'm just trying to be helpful, and I hope that this is helpful, and I don't know it all. And if anyone out there is like, maybe you have better form if you do it this way or that way, I'm open to all things, any tips, whatever, let me know in the comments. All right, you guys, first things first, we are going to use a weight. You do not have to use a weight at all, but I kind of just want to show you guys with a weight. And these workouts for your arms are going to be specifically tailored for your triceps, these parts of your arm. Your tricep is this part of your arm. Tip number one, okay guys, when you're getting into your workout, you want to settle in. I know you're like, please, really? When I settle in, what does that mean? What are you talking about? When I say settle in, it's like come prepared to lift those weights. Come prepared to kind of think to yourself, yes, this is what I'm here to do. Present, right? We're present. So before I begin, this is what I do, and you guys can just watch. Usually if I'm at the gym, I'm looking in the mirror trying to make sure that my posture is right. So let's pretend, so this is me settling in, right? Breathing in, looking in the mirror, seeing if I'm right. I do not pick up my weight and just be like going at, no, I can't do it. That's an easier way to hurt yourself. That's an easier way to create injuries. That's an easier way to tweak yourself. Take your time. You deserve to take your time. You deserve to have just a moment. So I'm here. We're settled in. I don't think you want to be, too down. You don't want to be too up. You kind of want to be just what feels good. Are your feet right? Are your feet feeling right? Are your hips feeling good? Is your back feeling okay? Are your shoulders good? How do you feel? Check in with yourself, right? Okay, alrighty. Now moving into our second tip, okay? Second tip is posture. So in terms of posture with this exercise, it's going to be very easy to either use too heavy of a weight or your elbows are like flying. So when you are doing any sort of weightlifting, any really sort of activity, really, you want to have good posture when you're doing it. And let me just show you guys what I mean by that. So with that, we're going to be doing over the head, right? So with over the head, let me try and back out a little bit if you guys can see me. You want to be like, your elbow wants to be kind of like in line with your forehead, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it has to be out there because it's just, I can feel it, like it's tight right here. Show you without the weight. So without the weight, you are here with tricep extensions, right? I think. Of the same thing, but do you see my body? I'm up straight. My core is tight. And the reason I have my hand on my stomach is because it's to remind myself to have a tight core. So you're here, right? If it's incorrectly, your elbow would be out here, probably because the weight is too heavy. If your elbow is out here, the weight's too heavy, right? So I'm going to show you with my left hand. So here, and this is hard for me. Yeah, there we go. That feels better. We're upright, yeah? This weight shouldn't be like this on your arm or like that. And you're trying to be like, oh, let me do. When you're up here, get extended. Get extension on your body, yeah? Bring it down. And bring it back up. And bring it back up. Slow and controlled movements. Slow and controlled movements. So, okay. For tip number three is the actual workout. So you guys see this workout all the time. I know it's a very basic workout, but if you're not doing it correctly, you might be wasting your time just a little bit. You know what I mean? So, and you can do this with a dumbbell, or you can do it with a weight, you can do it with a restriction band. So with this tricep extension, your elbows need to be like right around that rib cage. You know what I mean? Like you want to be tight. You don't want to have your arms like this and you're trying to pull this weight up and now you're here. If you understand what I'm saying. Your arms are here. Back is here, looking straight forward. And you are extending this weight out to extend your arm, and you are pulling the weight back in controlled. Right? Again, you are pulling out and you are pulling back in with control. And you're only extending that elbow, right? You are not going like this. We are not doing that. Okay? We're here. Boom. 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 Are we breathing? Boom. Boom. Right? When you are like extending that arm, make sure you're not, when you extend it out, don't go so far to where you like tweak it, where you hurt it. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to hurt your elbow, and that can happen. So when you come out, it's a light touch. Boom. It's not an aggressive bam. It's not aggressive. You have a weight in your hand. It's just a light boop. Boop. You know, hard for me. So I'm going to go into this exercise. And I know it wasn't a lot. I didn't show you guys a lot, but form is just as important as doing a 30-minute workout. Having good form is just as important as doing a 30-minute workout. because if you're going to hurt yourself, that's not good. And we want to be confident when we are walking into either our home gym or the actual gym. We want to be confident. So just as promised, we are going to get a little bit deeper and talk about mental health. There is so much to talk about. I'm not talking about it all inside of this video, but I'm definitely going to just touch on some things, because our mental health is so much, it's connected. Our mental health is just as much connected to our physical health and our emotional health. Like, I know we all know this, you know what I mean? But I didn't want to jump on here and just be like, work out, just go to the gym. Because that's not all it takes to just do that. There's so much more that goes into just showing up sometimes, like so much more that goes into showing up. So I'm just like you. So I get it. I get it. Some days I'm on it, and some days, no, thank you. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. First and foremost, you guys, this is tip number 4. It's called like the 80-20 rule, which is basically, it's 80% about what you eat, and it's 20% about like the physical activity that you get. I don't know if that's still a thing or not. I mean, whether it is, whether it isn't, the bottom line is, when I was working, I was sedentary and I didn't move a lot, and it was 8 hours, if not 10 hours of just like sitting still, so on and so forth. Between me kind of running back and forth, kids sports and so on and so forth. So anyway, I was not purposefully active. And when noticing that, in that time, I had to say to myself, all right, you're sitting still for several hours in a day. You're not burning that many calories. In regular days, we burn natural calories, but unless you're burning purposeful calories, it's different. You know what I mean? So I had to tell myself, like, okay, you're not burning legit calories. You're working, you're burning brain calories. My brain felt like I had just ran a marathon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that made me want to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I had to recognize that. I had to look at myself and say, you're consuming this food because you're stressed out. You're consuming this food because you actually haven't worked out. You're consuming this food because you're sitting here working, you have nothing else to do. But that wasn't realistic for me, and that wasn't a lifestyle. That's not how I wanted to live my lifestyle, regardless of if I worked or if I was staying at home. In losing weight, I did that by checking my eating habits. I had to check them. I had to put them in check. I had to say, okay, I have to be done with you now. Like, I had to tell myself, and I just had to tell myself to just reel it in. And I really had to I didn't speak to myself negatively though. And that was something that is something that I have a hard time not doing. I'm always like, ooh, girl, you ate that. Like, why would you? And it's really like, stop. You don't need to do all of that. Like, we're not going to have it. And so for maybe like the last 2 years, I've just been working on speaking to myself positively about everything. And so when it came to my consumption, I was just like, okay, it's all right. I know you had that oatmeal cream pie. Those are my guilty pleasures. Don't judge me. And nutty bars. I know you had that oatmeal cream pie. I know you had the nutty bar. Okay, moving on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not dwelling on the fact that we might have eaten that snack that we told ourselves we're not going to be eating. It's okay. Moving on. And so for me, that was my thing. And so I had to speak to myself positively and just kind of, get out of my own way. Like, yes, I was hungry, but there's a difference between being hungry and like starvation. Sure, I was hungry. I was trying to maintain a larger size. Yes, I was hungry. I was trying to maintain something that was heavier. But when I kind of recognized that, I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's probably, I don't know, but basically I'd grab a protein bar, I'd go to work, and I'd sit there and I'd work, and I'm not eating chip, snack. Like, it's cute and it's fine for a minute. And then when the weight creeps up on you, you're just like, what happened? Here comes tip number 5. And with tip number 5, you guys, it really, in my opinion, is like the catalyst of, it's like that foundation of what going to the gym is, working out is, waking up and being productive is. It's the foundation of what getting outside is. It's the foundation of what's going to spring you out of bed. It's the foundation of what's going to set you right for the day. Number 5 is to genuinely reevaluate where you are, like mentally. Truly evaluate where you are mentally. And sometimes, and not even sometimes, that's scary. Not sometimes. That is scary, kind of evaluating where you are and looking at yourself. And I don't mean looking at yourself in the mirror. Do not look at yourself in the mirror. Throw the mirror away. Throw the scale away. I do not weigh myself. Try not to. Like, I just, what for? Just try and do what you can do in the kitchen. Try and do what you can do in the gym, and let all of the pieces just try and fall into place. And that's kind of how I've been doing and trying to maintain my weight after having my kids. And so I'm not talking about like surface. Take a look at yourself. Really just like think about where you are, what you want to do. Like, not surface. We are not surface. I'm talking about like genuinely, like, where are you mentally? Are you not able to get out of bed at all? Are you able to get out of bed, but all you can do is just take care of the kids? Are you able to get out of bed, but all you can do is go to work, come home, and that's it? You're burnt out. You're at your last, it's the end of the rope for you. You know what I mean? How do I pull myself out of this? How do I get out of this? How do I tell myself that I want more and I'm going to seek more? How do I stop this cycle? And you guys, I know I'm saying it simply, but I know it's not as simple. But I know I'm saying it simply, but truly it's like you have to pinpoint what that is. What is your personal struggle? What are you struggling with that you are just like, I just can't get out of this cycle? And that you have to take a true look at yourself and say, well, what is it? Is it my relationship? Is it my living environment? Is it my living circumstances? Is it nothing at all? Is it time? Time is really literally like, I was gonna say it's the biggest enemy, but it's not. Time is fine, but time waits for no one. And I know that feeling is like, so with it being the foundation, with it being the catalyst, it's so important that you take like 1% of your day and you try and figure out what it is that is holding you back. What's blocking you? What is that mental block that you just cannot get out of? That ring. You're in the ring and you want to just kind of get out of the ring and you want to go do your own thing, but you're stuck, you know? So what is it? Be real with yourself too. Like sometimes I'll think I have like a problem with something random. I think I'll have a problem. And, you know, after thinking about it, journaling about it, it'll be like 3 other problems that arise. And then like the last problem is like really what my problem was. Like the last problem will be really what my issue was. You know what I'm saying? But with me taking that time and with me kind of having some grace with myself and with me knowing that this is just kind of how I function. I need some time to think about things for a little bit. So with that being said, it's like, oh, I'm really annoyed because I'm tired, you know, whatever. I'm really annoyed because of this and I'm really annoyed because of that. This is how I can fix this or that. Now that it makes sense to me what's going on with me, now I then can go on and get my solution together. But before I know, I'm just sitting there hot fire. I'm just sitting there highly annoyed. Not wanting to talk to nobody. So, and that's just like a general example of what I mean of just like diving deep. And then, you know, you're like, well, I thought my cat sneezing was a whole human in my house, and I'm the only human in my house right now. Yo, I thought someone was sneezing behind me. I thought I was about to die. It was the cat. Bless you, kitty cat. Long story short, all I'm trying to say is, don't be so unfair to yourself. Don't be unfair to yourself. No one deserves your time that much to where you can't even find 1% of it in your day to accomplish something that you know is going to set you forward for the rest of the week, rest of the day, rest of whatever. Whatever it is, you deserve 1% of your day every single day to at least dedicate it to something that, whatever it is, but if it's purposeful and being active, do it. Do it. Find that time, that 1%, and be kind to yourself about it. Don't think like, yo, you're trying to have me find 1%, and I just told you my day is full. Honey, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. But you will have to find the time for yourself. You're going to want to. And it's not like it's easier said than done. I'll say that right off the rip. It's easier said than done and just be like, oh, we'll find some more time. Sure. Yeah, I'll get right on it. Like, what are you saying to me? Okay, yeah, great. Find more time. That's how I felt about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, easier said than done. But when I really thought about it, and when I really got into the nitty gritty of it, I said, well, actually, I don't like that I don't have any time for myself. I don't like that. I don't enjoy that all I do. Like that. I need clean the house, mop the floors. The list goes on. Not for the rest of my life. Not for the rest of my life. No. I'm going to have to find a routine now where I can, at the very least, get an hour for myself. We deserve that. Any person, any human being deserves that. You don't have to be a parent. You don't have to be anything. Any human being deserves 1% of their day to be dedicated for them. You know what I mean? So when it comes to time, I know, and trust me, I know. My husband's on the road 85% of the year, and your girl is solo dolo. It is the default parent all day, every day. I totally get it. But I wanted to share that tip because I feel like I said, it's the catalyst. It's what's the most important. Look into your life, look into yourself, and ask those questions. Well, what do I want out of this? Where are we going? What am I doing? For me, I'm like, just want to age gracefully. I just want to be here as long as I can. I just want to be here as healthily as I can. I just want to be happy. I just want to be confident. I just want to have my life together. It's just like, I just kind of want that to be like together for me, because it feels like a lot of my other pieces of my life are just not together. And if there's one thing that I'm going to try and have together, it's my health and fitness. It's my health and fitness, hopefully. But anyway, with that being said, you guys, I truly hope that you enjoyed this video, and I truly hope that it was helpful toward you and it was helpful to you. Like I said, I will put my kind of instructions in the comment box about just how many times a week to do the arm exercises and, stuff like that. And then also, if you guys want to, definitely comment below and let me know if you got your workout in that day. Like anytime you see my videos floating around, click on them and just comment and tell me I got my working in, girl, and we'll give each other a virtual high five, and it'll be like a little check-in. Okay, so definitely do that for me, and it'll be nice because if I didn't work out, it'd be nice to see somebody, like see you guys, oh, I worked out already today. I'd be like, okay, I need to go work out. All right, she worked out today, he worked out, okay, I need to go work out. You know what I mean? So get that like mutual motivation. So I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.